Phaedra Stararrow. In the mist-wrapped valley where the wind carries the faint echo of a phantom orchestra, a lone figure walks among the oaks. Phaedra Stararrow, known among the villagers as the Thorned Archer, carries a bow crafted from rose thorns that glow faintly at dusk. Her eyes, as sharp as the arrows she crafts, watch the invisible musicians that play unseen strings on the night air. The forest, alive with the rustle of unseen instruments, is her home and her stage. One night, as the moon painted silver ribbons across the canopy, a sudden silence fell over the forest. The phantom orchestra, which had always been a soft, ever-present murmur, fell mute. In that sudden hush, the trees seemed to hold their breath, and Phaedra felt the thrum of her own heart become a lone drumbeat. The silence was a problem that disrupted every breath of life in the woods. The silence did not remain still. Shadows stretched like dark ribbons, twisting around the trunks and whispering doubts into Phaedra's mind. Her arrows, once sharp with certainty, now felt heavy like stones. She tried to pull the bowstring, but the air itself seemed to resist. The forest creatures withdrew, and the faint notes of the phantom orchestra refused to return, leaving her alone with a rising tide of doubt. A twist emerges when the silence reveals its source, a wandering phantom. The conductor of the orchestra, now bound inside a blackened crystal at the heart of the woods. The crystal glows with a cold, pulsing light that drains the music from every leaf. The revelation raises the stakes, for the crystal not only silences the orchestra, it also threatens to turn the whole valley into eternal quiet. Phaedra learns that to free the music she must not only shoot arrows but also play a note that can shatter the crystal. In a decisive turn, Phaedra decides to use her thorned bow as a conduit for the orchestra's forgotten melody. She fashions an arrow tipped with a living vine, and she sings the ancient song her grandmother whispered, a tune that had always been hidden in the wind. With each note she sings, the thorns vibrate, turning the arrow into a string of the phantom orchestra itself. The arrow becomes a chord, and she aims for the heart of the black crystal. The climax erupts as the crystal cracks under the echo of the arrow's chord. Dark shadows lash out, trying to smother the sound, but Phaedra holds her breath and releases. The arrow pierces the crystal, and a burst of white light erupts. The phantom orchestra erupts in a torrent of sound, a crescendo that shakes the earth, and the darkness is torn apart. In the storm of music and arrows, the forest awakens, and the phantom conductor is freed, dancing once more among the trees. When the last note fades, the forest breathes again. The orchestra's music weaves through the leaves, a phantom melody that now carries a new depth of gratitude. Phaedra Stararrow stands beneath the canopy, her bow still glowing, but now the thorns are softer, like a promise. The trees whisper their thanks, and the valley returns to its lively rhythm. The silence that once threatened is now a memory, and Phaedra walks onward, a guardian of both arrows and music, her story humming in the wind.